Hey, it's time to introduce you to another member of the Bucknell Athletics Hall of Fame class of 2025. He is a 1966 grad from Bucknell, Phil Reynolds. You just went, whew. That was a few years ago, wasn't it, Phil?
I can remember. That was a great couple of years I was here. I really enjoyed it. And I graduated, too.
You did graduate. And we're going to talk about that. But first off, we've got to talk about your exploits in the pool. And that was the old Freeze Rook pool, of course. As a few years ago there. What do you remember about your time on the swimming and diving team here at Bucknell?
Well, I remember enjoying it. I remember it was much more fun and interesting than classes, which my grade points showed. But I graduated. Oh, I had a really good time. It was a great time. We had a good reputation. We were champions of a lot of different things. I was not the only good swimmer on the team.
No, you weren't. And many of your fellow swimmers are in the Hall of Fame. But, you were part of relays. You were great in the breaststroke. Did you enjoy the individuals like the breaststroke or the relays, or did you really have, you like them both?
Oh, I enjoyed the relays most because if we didn't win, it might have been somebody else's fault on the team. But when you're out there swimming alone, it's not the same as swimming with a team.
You were the number one breaststroker, in the mid-60s there, and I'm sure there was a lot of pressure on you. Did you feel that pressure, or no, you just went in each time wanted to do your best?
That's about it. I did not feel the pressure, probably because I wasn't smart enough to feel the pressure and do something about it. I just swam.
Well, when you take a look at swimming, when did you first pick up that? Is that something your parents did, or is it something you picked up? How did you get involved in swimming in the beginning?
Well, it started with my parents throwing me into Lake Ontario up out of Rochester and learning to swim, backstroke first, because that's the way I could breathe as a 5-year-old or whatever it was. And then all through school I swam. Our schools all had pools, and I joined the teams, and so I swam in high school as well as college, yeah.
What is it that you enjoyed the most about swimming? I mean, whether it's individual or, as we said later, in terms of a relay, is it just that you do have everything pretty much determined by how you perform all alone?
Well, that's what I enjoyed most, was winning. So that's my answer to that. I could win enough that I wasn't always disappointed.
Well, why were you such a good swimmer, particularly breaststroke and in the other strokes that you competed in?
Well, I didn't do very well on the other strokes. I didn't do very well even in the individual medley, which I tried from time to time, and I could keep up a little bit, but I could pull ahead in the breaststroke of that multi-stroke event. But I enjoyed the breaststroke because I could win. That's what it boils down. That's what I remember about being a teenager, was winning.
Take us back. So how did you find out about Bucknell? How did they come about recruiting you?
Oh, well, I'm sure my parents helped. I can't really remember right now. You know how long ago that was. Why did I choose Bucknell? We researched a lot of schools, Rutgers and some others, and you know what? I think the coach here really recruited me. That was great.
Hall of Fame coach. What did you learn from that? Him and the rest of the folks that were around the program.
I think I learned a little bit about being more humble than I was. It was a great program, and I really enjoyed the swimming and the other teammates and the coach. Yeah, it was great.
You were part of a national championship team. I mean, what was that? That had to be a huge thrill.
You know what was great about that? It was the first year of the national champion small college division. It was the very first year, and we were one of very few teams to go. Because the next year, we couldn't win as a team. We came in, I don't know, second or third as a team. But that first year, we just swept everything. We were great. But there wasn't much competition. No, I shouldn't say that.
There was still competition, though. And still, is that something that you and your teammates at that time still talk about and really remember to this day?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I don't talk to many of them anymore, but some of them. And we do bring up those days, yes.
Well, now, what are you doing now? And you got to tell us, what was your response when Todd Newcomb called you and said, hey, we want you to be a member of the Bucknell Athletics Hall of Fame, Phil?
I said, who are you? Do you really know who I am? Being a Hall of Fame member, I'm not sure I deserve that, but I appreciated the call, and it's become, a little bit of excitement here in my old age. And coming back to campus today has just been so much fun to drive around and see some of the old buildings and remember some of the classes I did not fail.
That's great.
I didn't fail too many classes.
I'm sure you did. Well, now, has the campus changed a little bit since the last time? When was the last time you were able to visit Lewisburg?
Well, I think the last time was just a year or two after I graduated. I haven't been here since.
So it has changed a good bit.
A lot.
What do you think about Kinney Natatorium compared to the old Freeze Room?
Oh, my goodness. I want to go back and start over again. That's a great facility, isn't it? That's fantastic.
And, the marriage, if you want to use that term, of athletics and also academics, how much did that help you? Do you feel like Christy Mathewson, a Bucknell grad or alum himself, do you feel like what he said about having athletics and academics, it really does really kind of helps complement one another?
Oh, I think that's absolutely true. I think the camaraderie and the competition of swimming, I enjoyed that competition much more than the classroom competition.
Well, now, for those folks that may not know, what are you doing now, Phil?
Oh, I'm long retired. I'm taking care of my dog and my ex-wife and enjoying life. Yeah, I'm just taking it easy. I'm not trying to do much.
Well, I tell you what, you are doing a lot because you were another inductee into the 2025 Athletics Hall of Fame here at Bucknell. Congratulations, Phil. Long overdue, but we appreciate you stopping by and being a part of this year's class.
Well, thank you for that, and I appreciate that, and you're being very kind, and it's very much fun for me.
Class of 1966, Phil Reynolds, another one of the inductees into this year's Bucknell Athletics Hall of Fame.